Today on True News, YouTubers fall out, make love, not us.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work.
It would technically work, but it's something neither of us want.
It wouldn't work.
Right. Well, no, technically it would. So I think
we probably need a lot of lube for that.
You do have
but
a tiny
anyway,
little arsehole.
Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul together?
Are they?
Hello. Breakup video. I don't know what this is.
She's had those lips filled.
What do you get lips filled with? Did they take it out your ass?
This video is not made at all to like crucify Brad. He's a person who made some mistakes, and I have made so many mistakes in my life.
What a rational way to look at it. I don't know why she's going with this, but...
Well, I don't want anyone to get crucified. I saw it with Jesus, and it was horrible.
That was 2,000 years ago, and we're still reeling off of it.
I would love to see a YouTuber sort of live crucified, but not Brad.
I'm sure the majority of you know that I don't believe in canceled culture, and they're over, and like whatever, like people make really bad mistakes.
I wonder if she's like double bluffing us here. Like, whatever you do not cancel him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone to put a bomb under Brad's car.
Definitely
I wouldn't want anyone to try and do a hit or take a hit out on Brad.
I don't want anyone to take a baseball bat to his face.
And I think the most important thing for me is that Brad's wallet doesn't take a hit from this.
Definitely
because
not.
Brad needs to be able to keep up with all the women that he was fucking behind my back. I don't want them to suffer because of this, okay?
I want them to get the best dates. Oh God, what's happening now?
Just to be clear, you've cried on camera. What did it feel like when you were crying on camera? It's different than a breakup, but did it feel a little bit weird?
I never intended to put mine out. I was sort of just...
You sent it to me and went, what's this like? And even I was going, oh, you just want to hold him, don't you?
I think a lot of people know they're going to cry before they make a video, and it's sort of all part of a plan. That wasn't what I was going for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Hence why it happened one time, and probably only will ever happen that one time. Unless I win the lottery, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, bye. See you. It's been nice making videos. Good night, Vienna.
And then you just get up and walk out. And for some weird reason, you've not chosen to split the money with me.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And tell Lawrence it was lovely working with him.
Yeah, but I don't need that cunt anymore.
Like, you look back at all the fucking shit you did for someone, and like, it hurts so bad.
But she doesn't want you to cancel them. She did loads of things for him. She treated her like shit. And she's making this public video to let you know. But whatever happens, don't take that out on him.
You know when someone lives their life on camera, should they put this kind of thing on camera? Because this is being honest, she's crying.
Does she live every moment on camera? Like when she wipes her ass after taking a massive shit, is that on camera?
I don't know if she has
Maybe it should be. I don't know. Does this need to be out?
Maybe. There might be people watching this who are going through a breakup themselves and they're like, oh, I'm not alone. I do feel empty and sad.
But maybe he's sitting there on the other side of it going, if you hadn't been such a cunt, maybe I would have been loyal.
And my whole life is just doing a lot of shit for a lot of people, and a lot of people walking all over me, and I really didn't think he would be one of them.
Speaking from experience here, in order to get a lot of subscribers on YouTube, you need to be selfish. I mean, it is literally a must. I'm selfish for that reason. Like,
yes.
You have to dedicate yourself to you and building your own shit up. Do you know who are selfless? People serving the homeless at shelters. They're doing a lot of shit for a lot of people. You, my friend, you're raking in the money off of drama.
Do you know who's really selfless? The people who sit alongside the people who collect the CPM and never fucking share it. I've met a lot of egotists in my life. True, Geordie? Memulous. Fuck me. Will N.E.
Oh, man.
Right? My God. Stephen tries.
Huge
right?
ego.
And since Cam Kirkham got all those subscribers, he ain't keeping this shut anymore.
No, he's lost
He's
it.
Sounding off
He's
all the
lost it.
fucking time.
Absolutely
If
lost
anything, Will's the most down to earth of all of you.
Who would have thought it?
I wouldn't, because I've met him and I thought, fuck me.
He made a response video, I think.
Right.
He hasn't been raking in the CPM. The state of that camera. What is he, True Geordie 2014?
Did you diss yourself?
A little bit.
Yeah, 2014? No.
2016 even.
2017 sometimes.
People have it twisted saying that I cheated on her during the weekends. That's not true. That did not happen. I never physically touched another girl during our relationship ever. And I did Snapchat a few girls from back home, and they did send me nudes. And I replied. I was, drunk, stupid, didn't realize what was going on.
Fair play, he's holding his hands up though. If they send him nudes, what's he supposed to do?
You don't look
He
at
probably
them.
replied and said, please don't send me anymore.
I guarantee you that's not what he said.
How old is this guy, man? He's like in his early 20s,
in his early
man.
20s.
When girls
Fuck
send
that.
you nudes when you're that age, like, what are you supposed to do?
What do you do, Brian? You do not click that nude.
No, you have to be like, what, someone sent me? I better just check just to be sure it's not a virus.
And do you watch the whole video to make sure there's no virus?
No, at no point is there a
Okay.
virus, because I'm thinking this is a 59-second thing, you know what I mean? We need to check this whole, every second counts.
To be clear, will you ever check it twice?
Yeah, double check.
Regardless, I'm an idiot. Every single day I just wish I could just take back what I did, because I really regret answering just these stupid, pointless people.
Now, unhappy relationships, people will probably send nudes or do those sorts of things. Do you know what he probably regrets? He got nudes from someone who wasn't as good as Tana, and he downgraded. There's something an old man once told me. An upstanding penis knows no mercy, Brian.
Who told you that?
It was like a grandfather figure.
Was he wearing pants at the time?
He was.
Sort of worrying.
He was. He didn't know what he was doing because he was very horny.
Oh man, he was drunk, he was horny. We've all been there. In a weird turn of events, Tana is now with Jake fucking Paul.
Or Jake Paul said to her, I know how we can make something out of this. Let's pretend we're hooking up.
I must admit that you wouldn't be surprised with this.
Tana, this is my good friend Tana.
Are they gonna...
No.
What?
There you go.
People have a lot to say about it.
People have a lot. I wasn't reading as many of the comments. I never dive into the comments.
I love to know what the people have to say. And I'm not gonna lie. Shut the fuck up.
This is just two people just enjoying that everyone cares if they do something.
You know when you juice a lemon, we're sort of at that bottom bit now where it's hard to get the juice out.
It is.
You know?
It is. There's nothing left.
They're literally going, people are looking at us. You're like, yes, a lot of people look at YouTube.
What do we do now?
What do we do now? Let's do a mukbang. How is it that Brad cheated and yet I feel sorry for Brad in this situation?
I kind of feel like Brad's the lucky one. He gets to walk on by.
Yeah. Brad can just go back to his normal walk on by. You have very different stuff on your Instagram to what I have.
Jem Wolfie, she is a fucking star.
She is
Credit to her.
not. She's not good at basketball either.
She bounces. One YouTube song was recently republished on YouTube after being made unlisted.
Awkward!
JJ wanna play games, wanna snake me, get your friends trying to battle me. Now they wanna bait names, how can a man choose friends over family?
So Deji republished that video even after sort of JJ asked them to take them down, or they sort of squashed it, and now JJ is like, what the fuck, mate? Like, you know, what are you putting that out there for? That genuinely upset me a bit. You're my brother. You're not supposed to be dissing me and siding with the enemy.
Deji, just a note, I know you watch. On your banner, you flipped your picture, but it says tank backwards now. It's not good for branding.
Yeah, it says KNAT.
Or NAT if the K is silent.
So JJ tweeted out and he was really, really pissed. And he's like, I hope you never get 10 million subscribers.
Wow.
And to be fair, Deji's been stuck on 9.7 for
Quite a long
while.
time now, yeah.
For a while. So JJ said to Keemstar that there was literally nothing that sparked this at all. So we'll watch this space. So as it happens, JJ's got a new music video out.
Looks really good.
We're going to watch that.
Yeah.
Our guy Con directed it.
Con, come and stand in.
Yeah. New Age. I like
You know
that
what?
song. I've been listening to that one specifically.
The more I listen to it, the more I like it. This will be my second listen. Con, do you think this is better than Red Alert?
My PR told me not to answer that.
I think it's better already.
Okay.
Drink from the bottle, I'm making a puddle. Call up the server to clean up the bubbles. She wanna sip of the glorious, like I'm the warriors. She wanna taste of the double.
How much did the car cost to rent?
There was only one out of 11 models ever made, so it wasn't cheap.
Hey, pull up outside and meet me. About drugs, what boots or GP? About plug, what AC, DC? About tug, what ropes in PE?
That wig's fantastic, by the way. JJ's got a magic knuckle duster.
Yeah.
He's a gangster. And then Jamie's the detective.
He's a reporter.
He's the okay.
Jamie's going around taking pictures, reporting on the news
Of what JJ's doing.
About JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So JJ is notorious and glorious, you might say.
That guy who's hanging upside down earned his wages that day, didn't he?
Yeah.
That must have been a right fucking ball.
I bet he
eyes
got
were
double
like-
from the union.
Yeah, blood rush to the head.
Royalty when I'm speaking the beef. I'm a G when it comes to the guap. I get M's when I play. I get M's when I stop.
I can't believe that you had a poker game and you needed gangsters.
It was so tough finding them, honestly. I went far and wide. Just
Are you listening?
Didn't have a clue. I needed like underground mobsters.
People who looked actually hard.
Yeah.
Not
that
just
looked
soft
like-
boys who sometimes punch
And
like-
make reaction videos.
Right, good.
Yeah.
Imagine how good the video would have been though if you'd had Brian in it. Imagine how many more people would have watched it.
They would have loved that.
The people would have loved that.
I'm sorry, guys. Next time.
Sticking around in YouTube for our last story in the True News on the YouTubes. James Charles, obviously he's been under a lot of criticism. People wondering, what the fuck are we going to get from a £500 ticket? We might have a little bit of insight for you. He's not a bad singer, is he?
No, but do I want to go to and watch James Charles sing? No.
Face painting, singing.
You mean makeup, Brian? Come on,
All
be
of-
respectful.
all of that.
I'm sorry, James. You're not going to boot camp, okay?
He'd love it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
With all those soldiers. Singing's not for everyone. Sticking with some music. Whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard?
Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, you can't say in my country.
I never thought I'd say a Khalees lyric in reference to Tommy Robinson. As much as everyone's got an idea of who Tommy Robinson is, like, we should just judge this for what it is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Two people having an argument in the street, really.
Yeah, surrounded by EDL thugs. You know what I love most? Tommy gets a couple in. Why do that, mate? Why are you doing that?
Do it, Tommy. Don't do it, Tommy. Whether we agree with Tommy's views or not, we wouldn't endorse you going throwing milkshakes over people. But some of the memes that came out of this, they were funny. Seen that?
Just to describe that, that's a lot of dicks around Tommy Robinson covered in milkshake.
Someone's Phantom of the Opera with half of his face. Speaking of politics, Game of Thrones, me and Dan Portman watched the episode together. aka Podrick. It was very late. A lot of whiskey involved. It was good. Let me bring people up to speed. I'm not happy with the latest episode of Game of Thrones. I've thought about it. Game of Thrones is a story that's steeped in complex storylines that are setting up things to happen later on. And right now, we're in the last 3 episodes where you've been flying this plane along for quite a lot of time.
There's a plane involved?
And we're about to bring this plane into land, and it's imperative that these writers get it right. People have been waiting like a decade to find out what the fuck happens here.
A long time.
And it feels like they're ignoring all of these set-up plot points that they've been making for years in favour of, this will surprise them, I've invested a long time into this fucking show.
I've invested a long time? What?
No, you need to get this right now. This isn't like 2-3 movies. This is 70 fucking episodes I've been watching this shit. The Night King, we've been building him up for years. He's supposed to be the biggest, baddest guy.
He's Robotnik.
He dies in his first battle after breaking over the wall.
And what a fucking amateur way to die as well.
It's the biggest setup for the least possible return. Without the need for Bran's visions, without the need for Sam's revision at the big library, and without a sword battle that has been teased with Jon Snow for decades. I've been waiting for these guys to lock swords.
Whoa.
Not
I thought
like
you shouted that at me last night. Yeah.
There was this big prophecy about a prince who was promised, and we've been learning the whole time about how Jon Snow is secretly a prince. He was going to be the one to defeat the Night King, and technically he got everyone there, and he kind of set up this big battle.
He was the producer.
Arya gets all the glory. Now Arya is probably my favourite Game of Thrones character, so I'm kind of happy that. But the visions and Sam's revision and Jon Snow and the prophecy now to me nothing, because all of a sudden we're like, nah, just let Arya take him. Other things that didn't make sense, like why have you sent the Dothraki just to a certain death?
Yeah.
And why, if you've got a big barricade around the castle that you can set on fire to protect you, why have all your people stand in front of that barricade?
That annoyed me.
Put them behind it.
Yeah.
Save lives.
Yeah.
What the Game of Thrones show make us love is a last second saviour.
Yeah.
Right when you think they're dead, someone saves the day.
Yeah.
But they've overused it to a point where a lot of the time it doesn't make logical sense.
Yeah.
You see so many fucking zombies coming towards a person, you're like, they'd be dead at that point.
Dead, gone.
Yeah, and they still survive. So can we get a bit more logic moving forward, please? And I know that this show is about dragons and about bullshit like that, but still, we've got to retain some credibility. Just don't fuck it up now. Don't fuck it up now, okay? People are counting on you to get this right. Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa, she's just gotten married to Joe Jonas.
New photos from Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's surprise Las Vegas wedding. Oh my god, which one's Joe?
I guess he's Joe, yeah. Elvis must have married them.
A selfie with Sophie and Joe and their ring pop wedding rings, a group shot of the newlyweds, Vegas Elvis and the Joe Bros, and their marriage certificate.
Finally, a short guy gets lucky. I think he's a lot older than her, but I think it's cool when like celebrities don't do the usual huge wedding bullshit, and they're just like, we're gonna have some fun. We're just gonna do it our way. Like when you watch Sophie's Instagram story, she comes across as a cool girl.
Yeah.
I think she'd be a good laugher. Cassidy Valentine.
You can't just say random words. You have to be real things.
Cassidy Valentine.
Right.
Search it. She is a YouTuber and she got lip fillers. It went wrong, basically. I've told girls, don't be doing this to yourself, and I just wanted to reinforce that. They're not nice, are they?
So I'm going to be telling you the realities of it, of what actually happened and how I nearly lost my lip and my eyesight.
Her eyesight?
Did she get eye fillers?
No, it must have been a thing that can happen when you put this shit
Poison.
into your face. Yeah. Right now, she's got no lip fillers at all. Look at how lovely those lips are. She's got perfectly nice lips. Do you know what I mean?
They're perfectly normal.
No, but they're big
lips.
anyway. Like
Are
if you want nice big lips, she's already got that.
I once had that with a wasp.
That is nuts.
Can also say that must be so traumatic to go through.
It would
your
just be
face
fucking
changing
terrifying.
like
I just can't imagine doing that to your face. I can't.
You really benefit from some lip fillers.
I can't imagine wanting to though. Like what we've got is what we've got. You know what I mean? And I guess
We're stuck with it.
I never noticed it until I came to London. Like, and when you go out in London, most of these girls are just, is there something in the fucking water?
Sorry, I didn't realise the koi carp look was in this season.
Because I was in Asda, I had a massive panic attack because I just felt like something was wrong. I had a really, really big gut feeling.
When? Which point did you fucking clock? Yeah, I feel like there's something not right here. Something isn't right here.
I do wonder how long, because I'm sure that you're sat there thinking maybe it'll go down as well. No, but you would be thinking this is probably the swelling, it'll go down, the next day it'll be fine. Like, she probably thought that.
Bearing in mind I have anxiety anyway, so I overthink things a lot.
Overthink it? You should have overthink the decision to fucking get this done in the first place.
Can I just say the reply was, hi, swearing varies from client to client. Yeah, it's not going to vary that much though, is it?
Have you taken any antihistamines
to help bring down...
It's not hay fever, mate.
Yeah.
My fucking lip's about to drop off, you cunt. One side is massive, lol.
One side is massive, lol. Lol.
And the clinic that botched me was Flawless Cosmetics, who are a very well-known clinic.
Flawless Cosmetics. What a fucking ironic name for the fucking company, yeah?
Also, I wonder why she's throwing them under the bus a little bit here, sort of.
Well, you would.
Yeah, but this is one of the risks of it. Like, they might not have put anything wrong. She might just be allergic.
We had Dr. Esho. He's an actual plastic surgeon. You know, he has all the right training to do something like that. If anything, he's capable of way more than stuff like this. So,
if anything, he's wasted in the industry.
Companies are sending beauticians to do day courses and act like they're capable of fucking around with people's lips and stuff like that. And that's where things like this happen.
And I'm glad she's put a story out there, but sometimes the pursuit of perfection goes wrong. Next on this morning, we're going to be talking to a guy who accidentally shit himself. Brian, I have a vlogger for you today. This guy is called Bootlegger, and he's been sent to us by quite a few people. They want us to watch him. He's quite the character.
First thing I thought of, you know, Return of the Jedi at the end when they take off the mask of Darth Vader? He reminds me of him.
Just more old people just hanging out in the corner there.
A 55-year-old white Englishman, probably, with two Thai women who look like they're sort of being bought by him.
I love him. Let me just lean back here.
What did he say?
Bad for a council-dwelling dosser, is he, Captain?
He's a council-dwelling dosser. Is that his missus, is it?
He's away with Catherine Tate.
Such a weird little man, isn't he?
He just keeps also making all the big cliched jokes.
Yeah.
So if someone gets one beer, he goes, oh, pisshead. And you're like, I'm just having one beer with lunch. And he's like, you love the drink, you do, don't you? Oh.
I was saying on the camera that you're a right pair of pissheads, am I right?
I was just saying on my camera, you're right, pair of pissheads. I love him.
It does make you realise how shit London is when you watch this, doesn't it? If I end up making like half the money half of these cunts on YouTube have made, I'll appear in the next video and it'll be me on a fucking beach. Like, yep, this is me.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Yeah,
see ya. And then all of a sudden, it just pans out and there's three fucking Thai women doing the watching in the background. All right, lads. All right, champion.
Why are you calling them lads?
No, I'm talking to them.
See you guys later.
Officially, they prefer to be called lads.
They identify as men.
It's ingrained in them.
Yeah.
Massive cocks.
I'm looking and feeling, you've guessed it, kind of cool.
His microphone is trained on everything but him. This
Weird.
man could give you the best soundtrack.
There's something about him though. I'm not too sure about him.
He's taken his wife and he looks a bit like Mr. Beaner.
He's freaking me out.
I do like him though.
He's not as innocent as Blue Van Man.
Some clever clogs forgot to bring the towels and the lilo, haven't they, Claire?
Incredibly passive aggressive.
I love the way he's speaking. Some clever clogs forgot to bring the lilo and the towels, didn't they, Claire?
Do you want the sports?
We're not left yet.
Oh, you got me sturdy, Captain.
He's got the laugh of a serial killer, this guy.
Ship ahoy!
We're going to kill you at sea.
It's going to make a lovely blow for us, isn't it, Claire? When we kill this cunt.
Listen to this.
I mean, that looks beautiful, to be fair, doesn't it?
Calming, isn't it?
I think he's gone a bit over the top with the music. He's using the fucking Star Wars music. This isn't Tatooine.
Yeah.
You want the Phantom Menace here.
Goodbye, an on Cliff Beach.
The way he talks is so weird.
Goodbye, the on Cliff Beach. Bohemian backpackers extravaganza continues.
Wow.
This is a man on a holiday. The Bohemian Backtrackers extravaganza continues.
I like that.
He could easily be a murderer, this guy. I feel like he could murder someone.
That's only a fool would book into an hotel that's having a load of building work done next door.
He's even passive aggressive to himself.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck me.
To be honest, the less you say about this fool, the better, I think, isn't it?
Can I just say, I love it when people send us weird shit like this. Thank you. To whoever sent this, thanks. I appreciate it.
Wider question. Who went out of their way to give this video 2 dislikes? And are they still alive?
Claire's one of them, and he's tracked down the other and murdered them in cold blood.
Yeah. Probably the alkies they were hanging out with at lunch.
As he's killing them, he said, call me a fool.
Yeah.
The less said about this fool, the better. This is terrifying. He's a psycho. With it, he just blew a snot out. There you go. That's
I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
a snot, that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done loads.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes to football matches as well.
Yeah.
We've got more to come.
Yeah.
We've got more. We'll
There
save
you
that.
go. So Brian and I have come back to the page where we came last week for Jesus' morning routine, because Jesus had a morning routine. And I'm going to open up a couple of the channels that are related to her channel.
Oh, wow.
And we're just going to see what they are. So this first one's called The Battle Against Sexual Immorality and Lust and Pornography.
Wow, that's very graphic. Like literally putting you in hell.
A lot of people saved. God has been doing things among the, 18 to 30-year-olds.
God looked at his demos and thought, I need to get that 18 to 30 crowd.
Some of these new converts, some of these new Christians, they're all of a sudden coming into a measure of spiritual warfare that I think when they were first saved, they never anticipated. And I've heard veteran Christians.
Veteran Christians? Veteran Christians. Oh, listen, man, I'm a veteran Christian. I've seen it all.
I served in the Great War.
I served in the Bible.
There are passions of the flesh that wage war. That means there are passions that would seek to wage war and destroy your soul.
You might look at her ass and tits and you might want to touch them, but it's saying don't do that.
To be fair, that's a good point, Brian. Sometimes sex can distract from the soul.
Sex can distract from a lot of things.
Yeah.
I often wonder what would my life be like without it.
You'd be fucking Einstein.
I'd have 10 million subs at least.
Yeah, minimum.
That's why Deji's at 9.7.
Yeah.
Why should you pay regard to me, a dead dog? And I say the same. Why did the Lord pay regard to me, a dead dog, a flea, a worm?
Really talking himself down here. I feel like he has quite low self-esteem for someone who's presenting a YouTube video.
He likes being degraded. That's his thing. Clearly.
That's why they can't film him from the waist down. Yeah, he's got a stonking erection right now. That's his problem.
That's why I'm here to testify today, because I believe the Lord will be glorified through me testifying to the great salvation that has been all of the grace of God.
He needs to pay the grace of the barber shop. Get a haircut.
I started to take notice of the magazines in the checkout aisles, and at 12 years old, I got heavily addicted to pornography.
All right, okay. So he's one of those guys.
When you're 12, you're not addicted to pornography. You're just looking at fucking things you've not seen before.
But the mother walks in, she sees him once, and she goes, "You are a worm and a flea.
You have
You're
a
addicted.
pornography addiction.
You've got your dick in your hand all day, you little fucking wanker. When your daddy get home, he gonna beat you with his belt, boy." "Oh no, Mama, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Daddy about my pornography addiction, Mama. My dick's so hard I can't stop."
Come on, you little pervert. Keep on touching it. Come on. Are you going to make yourself come? I've seen your daddy do it. You look just like him. That's the same face he get. Go on.
Yeah.
Finish it. And that's when he realised he wanted to fuck his mother.
Yes, right.
Or at least, I think I've channeled one of the pornos I've seen.
9 years of my life, I was a slave of it, whether it would be from internet or magazines or wherever it would be. I was living for lust.
The way he's putting it out, wanting to fuck women, being your drive in your life,
right.
it's done me wonders. To me, what's he done? I've lived for lust.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of money. I've done great things.
Right. What great
I,
things exactly?
I got myself off of the council estate and sort
Right.
of turned my life round. Do you know what I mean?
Some people look at you though
I'm
and
now
go,
an upstanding, tax-paying citizen, and I've done.
You've only just come up to date with that. So.
I finally got myself in paying the tax man.
Yeah.
But then I was taking from the estate. state, if
Right.
I'm honest. I was a leech. I was a leech like this guy. I couldn't afford a good shirt, just like this guy.
Yeah.
Now, because of lust,
You can afford a good shirt, but it's a choice you don't wear them.
it's done wonders
Exactly.
for me.
Right.
So don't put it down.
This is real gold.
Sometimes lust is the way forward. It is-
Right?
it is. Sometimes lust is the way forward.
These rings are solid gold.
Yeah. Don't knock it.
Yeah?
Lust
They might
sometimes.
look like a cheap, tacky look, but to Brian, that is status.
Hey guys, my name is Amy Jane and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to cover what the Bible says about sex.
Hello, Amy.
I don't feel like Amy is a woman who would like to be objectified in that way.
I don't think either. She looks...
Is she your type? She's totally your type. She's girl next door.
Like, if I'm not being honest, I like thicker women, but she's pretty, I'll give her that.
No, we'll see how thick she is.
Was sex created only for making children?
Sex wasn't created at all. It was developed through evolution, you dumb fucks.
I've already had sex, so what now?
Basically, I'm fucked up. What do I do?
Waiting until marriage can be really challenging. It will require an even deeper relationship with God and discipline. But the reward? Top notch.
She's talking about sex. She's saying if you wait until marriage with sex, better.
Bullshit.
You wouldn't know.
Bullshit.
Because you fucked so much in your life.
I don't
You've
mean
lost
that.
God.
Sometimes you can meet someone and think, yeah, you'll be good in bed.
Right.
And you are wrong sometimes. It just doesn't work like that. Okay. Confidence is a good indicator.
Do you have any time for anyone who's low on confidence?
Putting the time in and being a good tutor can be very rewarding.
Let's talk about masturbation, Brian. You a big masturbator?
Yeah. Just a big wanker.
Right.
Hey girls, Tiffany Dawn here, and today we're going to talk about a really tough issue called, drumroll please, masturbation. Yes, I just said it.
Yeah, I said it.
Why do you think masturbation's like such a taboo subject?
I think it's more so for women, isn't it? For religious women especially.
Why?
Because
they don't lose anything.
They're not really supposed to be sexual in religion. Generally speaking.
Whereas you can wank all day and the Bible will smile on you.
So the first section of this video is called, Is Masturbation Even Wrong? The second section is the dangers of masturbation.
I want to hear about the dangers of masturbation. Let's get to that bit.
Let's get straight to that bit.
Back when I was single, I had this group of girlfriends and we would all hang out and talk about everything. And so one of the things we talked about was masturbation.
We've never talked about wanking, have we, together? Because it's sort of, what's the word?
We don't talk about it, we just do
weird.
it.
Right.
No,
Soggy biscuit again.
But all of them said to me, Tiff, if you've never started, don't start.
It's like smoking. Once you have your first puff, you just can't stop, can you? It's like
like
nicotine.
heroin.
Yeah, it's clitotine.
And they said that part of it is because of the danger that it can become addictive, that it's hard to stop once you start.
You know when you have a coffee in the morning, it's just sort of brightening your day up, isn't it? Like you need waking it up, you have a coffee in the morning, you feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm addicted to coffee if I have one a day.
No.
To me, addicted is a word that you should be used when it's sort of controlling your life and when it's becoming bad for you. To do that with wanking, you got to sort of rub it raw at that point, and to the point where you can't continue.
I do know some friends who got a little bit
It feels
obsessed
good.
with it. Yeah, but some friends got like obsessed where they were like, I just want to go for a wank. And you're like, we're trying to play football there, mate. Can we?
So I talked with one of my friends about this, and she wasn't walking with God at this point, and she had masturbated regularly and then got into a relationship with this guy and they were having sex. She said that it kind of hurt their relationship because she didn't need him to help her enjoy the time. Like,
she's not doing sex right. If you masturbate and you then don't feel like you need your partner, newsflash, your partner's shit in bed.
It's a bit like food, isn't it? Like a wank's like a nice burger. You're like, oh, that
Right.
I could really go for a burger right now.
Yeah,
you
New
know,
York
a
stacker.
shag is supposed to be like a full 3-course meal where you feel
Right.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm really full.
Foreplay,
Do you know what I mean?
intercourse,
And hopefully
cuddling.
she feels that way as well.
Right. She's just going, oh, so we just nipped out from McDonald's. And you're going, that was a good 3-course meal.
Women out there, don't be afraid to tell the guy what you want. And men, we kind of like being bossed around a bit. I do anyway.
But not too much. Not to the extent where it's like, pick that up, do this, do that.
In bedroom, specifically. Men will be quite obedient in that.
They're not. The men aren't setting out and going, oh, I don't want to please her. They're thinking,
I think some men are fucking selfish though.
yeah, but if you got a good partner.
No, but yeah, just help them out. Just tell them what you want.
Yeah.
There's not a problem there.
Good communication during sex will give you better sex.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell everyone, you know? Hey, Dad.
The main pointer for women is, I'm just going to watch your teeth. All right, Blue Van Man. I seen one of his videos come up last night and I just pissed myself at the thumbnail.
Can I just...
Feet at the clinic in Loughborough.
Okay.
And the thumbnail cuts his head off.
Blue Van Man here again, Dave. I'm here to promote local businesses all over the country, but mainly in Loughborough. This is Rebecca, and she works at
Feet at the clinic.
So what's going to happen today is I'm going to have my feet done.
That poor girl.
I'm not really normally happy with people touching my feet, but I'm going to go through the pain barrier, and Rebecca's going to explain a few things about her little business that she's trying to grow.
Imagine someone next to you and they go, "Going to explain a few things about your little business, aren't you?"
Oh, but he's trying to help her though, isn't he?
I do like
and
him.
bless her, she's like a little entrepreneur as well. So
they're quite sweet, aren't they? And I bet a couple of people from the Midlands see it and go, "I'll go to that."
Now I'll ask you a few questions as we go along.
All right.
We've got June on the camera.
The wife's come along just to make sure there's no funny business.
Yeah, exactly. When at the end he goes, "Don't do the thing you normally do." Yeah. Do you know what I love most? Just took his socks off and just threw them at June.
It's like Partridge with Lynn. Lynn!
Normally wear decent trainers.
Straight on her.
I normally have Reeboks because I've got a size 13.
Excellent.
They're Adidas Dragons. They're my best ones.
Wide fit?
Yes, wide
Yes.
fit. That's the only time I can really wear trainers because if I don't, it hurts. My work boots are Cats. They cost £120 a piece.
She's sitting there looking at me like, I don't need to know all this. This is just useless info.
She must hear this a lot though.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So she's a sort of good-looking girl. She's probably got her own life and stuff going on. Sort of meets up with the girls after work or whatever. What was your day like? The other girl makes me work in a cafe. Oh yeah, Sophie. Oh, I had this guy. He wouldn't shut up about his fucking shoes.
And he had cats from work
his
and all
work
that sort of
120 quid work boots. He said. I just thought, I just got to rub your fucking feet down, mate. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting to do feet.
You have to be a certain kind of person. You just have to be like one of those people who just doesn't mind. To her, this is like you switching on a camera.
But look at her. She's like really inspecting.
No, yeah, of course. This is her business, so she's gonna.
I'm not saying it's weird. I'm just saying I couldn't do that.
Obviously, when I was a young'un, I worked in a butcher shop for a while, and I seen things where I'm like, yeah, this is not everyone can do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
not everyone can sweep the innards of a pig off the floor.
I've not cut my toenails because I knew I was coming to do this, so I thought I'll let you dodge the bullets.
Thanks.
That's alright.
Do you know what it is?
He's amazing.
When we first seen the Blue Van Man and that, he was just sitting at a table. We're big on leveling up. You know, there's some YouTubers. You've seen a video from 2 years ago. You've seen a video yesterday. It's the same fucking thing. This guy's leveling up.
Massively.
We're seeing an artist grow. He's changed the palette. He's changed the paint colours. The brush has changed. The canvas has definitely changed.
Yeah.
And then it's funny how you always stub your toe when you go for a pee in the middle of the night and you kick the bed. And then you wake the wife up, the kid up, the dog starts barking and you're having a nightmare.
Do you know what his wife must think is? You know, some women, when their husband go out, they think, I wonder what that fucker's getting up to. Like, I bet he's out there, like, flirting with all these women. When his wife comes out, she goes, everything is absolutely fine.
He's literally sat in front of a woman, his feet are in the air, and he's talking about stubbing his toe after having a pee in the middle of the night.
He is everything that those Christian people on a daily basis are trying to be. He's not thinking about masturbating, he's not thinking about any of this stuff. He's just doing, he's living a good life.
He's divine.
Yeah.
He is naturally divine.
Blue Van Man is
a god among us.
Yeah, Blue Van Man is Zelda.
Oh, she's taking the skin off his feet. This is a working man, do you know what I mean? Working.
Yeah.
He wears rigger boots all day, so his skin will have hardened up considerably. For the visually impaired, we're looking at a middle-aged man's old crusty feet getting grinded.
Yeah.
If you can imagine that. Imagine you came here for Jake Paul. I love that we sucker people in for Jake Paul, and by the end you're looking at this old English white dude getting his feet grinded. This is what we do. We sucker you in and then we give you the good content.
Somehow it's more compelling.
No, for a funny old thing, this old crusty foot is more compelling than Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau. Who would have thunk it?
McDonald's have the new range out.
Can we get a replay of his little lips moving?
I'm now going to tuck my big flapping gums into the New York stack. Once again, it was £4.29. I bought it from the McDonald's at Shelthorpe in Loughborough. And I will mention again, the lad there said, I do look forward to your review.
He is famous within the local area now.
I love it. 23,000 views. I'm not surprised. We're going to get this guy to 100,000 subs. I love it. This is great.
Yeah, it's a good point. Go out there and subscribe to Blue Van.
And there we have it. It's on a ring donut thing.
It's a bagel. Donuts are sweet.
Donut thing.
He's got a point. They both got holes in them, but it's like comparing an ear to an arse.
It looks all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually look good.
Looks fine.
I'm genuinely like really interested to see what he says about this, because if he likes it, I will have one.
Let's talk in.
I think he's trying to make that. He's trying to make that.
That's his thing.
He's trying to make that a thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's going on a fucking t-shirt.
T-shirts. Let's tuck in. Yeah.
What's it like, B?
I bet it's.
Tell me, Dave.
I bet he doesn't like it.
Tell me, Dave. Tell me, Dave.
Please don't let that hang there for the rest of the meal.
He's got to lick that up, surely.
Please get that.
Go on, Dave. We need you. There
Thank
we
God.
go. Thank fuck, son. My guy.
Once again, folks, I'm just so disappointed in these beef burgers. I'll keep reviewing them and saying what I think about them until they improve them.
Do you hear that, Mackies?
Yeah.
Sort your shit out. He will keep on slating you.
Right, folks, just going to do a bit of a shout-out. I am winding the shout-outs up, but sometimes they catch my eye and I do want to do one. Jeff Statham is in hospital. He's got a get well soon from Dylan Butterworth. So, Jeff, had a bit of an accident or...
This is like a local radio station.
Yeah, it's great, isn't
I
it?
love him.
My mate from Real Ale Craft Beer, he could have changed that. He could have changed them into an anagram or something.
What I think is, now that people have started to really value his opinion and he's being rated as a reviewer, he's giving his opinion on everything. Because obviously in the past he'd probably say the odd comment about what he thinks the world should be like, but now that people are putting weight behind his opinions, and I bet he never stops now.
Yeah.
So I imagine his wife's life has changed dramatically. So he's gone from passing the odd comment to being like, well, you know,
Yeah.
and he gives a...
Those pillows never suited the couch.
Yeah, and now she's like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's going to point to the subscriber and go, sorry, what?
Sorry, love? What was that, June? Yeah.
You've got your one opinion, your one person there. 42,000 behind mine. So who is right?
To be fair, that is also the point where June goes, taking back the cooked dinners. Taking back tidying the house, all right?
Yeah.
So
you stick with your Lucas next week.
Yeah.
Now, the Vikings, right? This is one thing I don't understand.
3 minutes in, not a sip of the pudding ale. See, I love toffee.
Can I just
I love toffee. So if this is good, I'm going to try.
We will go and
it.
buy this. Yeah, exactly.
Give it a sip, son. Go on, get it down, you.
That is absolutely amazing. That is stunning.
Stunning. It's stunning.
Love it when he
was
says that.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Thank you very much. You were stunning. Blue Van Man on True News, Blue Van Man on the Kickoff, Blue Van Man on whatever. I kind of want to do a whole podcast with him. I just want to know what he's like in general.
Hopefully you have enjoyed the show. If we do have Blue Van Man, it's more than likely to be on the Kickoff. We've got a channel for the football called the Kickoff. Subscribe. The link for that is in the description below. We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers.
See you there.
If you want to know what we think about football, we do talk a lot of shite apparently on that, but you might like it.
One of us does.
And just like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you later.
Hey Brian, you might think that it's like cybercrime, something that happens to other people, right? Basically, we go into Starbucks, we go into all these different places. There's lots of open public Wi-Fi that you go on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there may be people on that Wi-Fi and in the public area who are looking to steal your details. Do you want them to have your details, Brian? Is that something you want?
No.
Exactly, Brian. That's why ExpressVPN are here to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you ExpressVPN for sponsoring this week's True News.
Appreciate it.
It secures and anonymizes your internet browsing.
Does that mean nobody knows it?
Basically encrypts the data. You know the word encryption.
Nobody knows it, but you've got a secret browser and use it only for me. Is that right?
That's good. It's not really a browser, but it's sort of
they can have that jingle if they want.
Turning on ExpressVPN basically gives you protection in one click. Bang, on. You're protected.
I like being protected. For less than $7 a month, you can also get the same protection that we've got from ExpressVPN.
Absolutely, Brian. Just go to expressvpn.com/Geordie. Geordie. You don't have to shout it. I want to protect my ears. Do ExpressVPN do anything for that?
/Geordie. That's the important bit, otherwise we don't get the kickback.
ExpressVPN.
There's no kickback, I'm lying.
ExpressVPN.com.
You want to support us, just do it.
You
Alright?
get 3 free months within a 1-year package.
Brilliant.
It's well worth it. I've used VPNs online, and ExpressVPN are about to change my life.
Alex and Jack had a bit of a fallout. Did you say that?